biggest danger when it comes to prepping? This is something that you may think it is different for your case, but for me, I have three distinct dangers that I have to watch out for. And this is obviously based on personal experience. Your experience may be different than mine, so keep that in mind. The first one is people who ignore prepping into the very last moment. Those are the people that essentially are saying, you preppers are crazy, nothing will ever happen, you're just paranoid. They assume that nothing bad will ever happen to them. They live in this fantasy world. Those people are the people who ignore prepping into the very last minute. We saw quite a few of those during the COVID days. You guys remember? Prepper channels, took off like there was no tomorrow. A lot of people benefited from that. A lot of content creators benefited from that. Perhaps that is why nowadays we see so many prepper channels up there, because there was money to be made. Well, those people who ignore prepping into the very last minute, well, they're not longer here. They're not longer here because everything already passed. Those are the people who are gonna get into the prepping because they're scared. That's it. And once the crisis face off, they're just gonna leave, and they're gonna do whatever they were doing prior to the crisis. Well, the problem is that a new crisis is always in the horizon, and those people are nothing more than people driven by fear. That's it. And in my opinion, you really want to stay away from those people. Those people can be extreme fanatics at the very beginning, and at the very end is like, oh, I hate you. So there is the love-hate relationship, and it's like a burning relationship. You know, when everything is good, everything is up here, but the moment that they disagree with you, everything is down here. So those people who prepare at the very end or ignore prepping into the very end, in my mind, they're dangerous. They are dangerous people. That's it, plain and simple. The other type of people is people who only trust government to save them, meaning that it don't matter whether or not you have first-hand experience. No, you are not a government official, so I will not trust you, because government is there to save me, and unless FEMA comes in and tells me what to do, those people who only trust government, those are what I like to call sheep people. They really are sheep. They only follow government, and if it's not the official government narrative, they will argue with you. Well, those are the people who will go above and beyond to ridicule you as a prepper, and to ridicule anybody who don't follow the narrative, because they are 100% dependent on the system. And those are the people who are going to fight with the system to keep it in place. In fact, those are the people who has a lot more debt than anybody else, who go above and beyond to pretend to be somebody that they are not. They believe that their job brings them purpose to life, not family. It's all about, what the government told them to do. That's it, plain and simple. That's it. You will see them out there, with little signs. Oh my God, our rights are being taken away. Our body, our choice. Those are the people. They only trust government to save them. Those people are dangerous. Now, let's move on to the last one. The last one is the fantasy preppers. Those who think they know it all. Those are the ones who piss me off the most. They piss me off the most because they are fantasy preppers. They have not have any real life experience. They sit behind a computer all day long, typing, arguing with people in blogs and whatnot, or they come even here and they argue what is an advice and what is telling them what to do. Apparently they don't know the difference between advice and telling them what to do. Perhaps because they have been told what to do their entire life, they don't know the difference. But those are fantasy preppers. Those people who absolutely don't do any training, absolutely have no real first-hand experience when it comes to firearms. Zero. Everything that they know based on somebody else telling them, or they read somewhere, or my favorite. Well, in this movie, this happened. Movies are for entertainment purposes. So they argue, if you don't align with them or they don't align with your train of thought, they argue you because you don't know, they know. They know better. They have zero experience, but they know better because they saw a movie and they know better. To be honest, the entire group, the fantasy preppers, are the ones that piss me off the most. They piss me off the most because they do such a disservice to the prepping community that it is disgusting. And I have really zero tolerance for them, because the first group, those who prepare, when it's too late, they don't know any better. I compare those to children that you have to guide them for them to prepare. The second group, those who only trust the government, well, those people have been indoctrinated. You have to open their eyes for them to see the right way. But those fantasy preppers who think they know better with zero life experience, I have zero patience for those people. I have zero patience for those people because, let me put it like this. When you go to a channel, for example, you come here and I give you advice, and my advice is based on a baseline, which is me and my family. I don't do a baseline based on reading books. No, me and my family and things that we have gone through. And those fantasy preppers immediately try to debunk what reality is. That is a problem. That is a problem. When they put in the comments, well, you can trust, but you have to verify. That is not trust. If you have to verify, that is not trust. Plain and simple. If I say this is green, it's because I have it in front of me, I have it in my hand, and I am telling you it is green. And that is it. That's it. But that's the problem. Fantasy preppers don't see that. Don't see that because in their fantasy world, the world collapse, and they will put their gear on and they will go up there and believe to be a video game. Reality is grim. Reality is grim. So if you call yourself a prepper, remove the fantasy. There's no room for fantasy. Real life is grim. If you ever see a person wounded, it is not pretty at all. Blood gushes all. It is scary as hell. When you're hungry, you will do unspeakable things. When you're scared, you will do unspeakable things. In plain and simple, to tell you the truth, I have more leeway, or I give more leeway to those who only trust government to save them, because one, the first ones are children's, and the second ones are just blind. The third category, those, I have no pity for them, because what they do is fantasize, and they really don't know what they're talking about. So be mindful of those three groups. They are dangerous when it comes to prepping. I believe the third one will be the most dangerous of all, but that's just me. That is my opinion. So with that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.